Hello everybody, it's Carl here from the game store in Lincoln again, and just thought I'd take you through No Middle Ground. Now, No Middle Ground is the game that comes in the Against the Odds magazine, one of quite a few magazines nowadays that have a game in them, and this is issue number 46. As you can probably see from the cover, it's set in the Golan Heights 1973 Arab-Israeli War. 3 games been released about this war recently. There's FAB, Fast Action Battles Golan, from GMT, which I'm really looking forward to, and hopefully we'll have that by the end of this week. Modern War has got a Arab-Israeli War 1973 game in it, and of course No Middle Ground, which is a reprint of an older game, an older version of the game, but all new. Okay, so taking the lid off, comes in its own plastic tray, so no worries about storing the counters. Get information on the back as to what the game's about, how complex it is, solitaire suitability, the components, etc. Looks good in the shop, I imagine. Okay, there's the book. Okay, we'll look at that in a second. First of all, I'll take you through the map and the counters. The map's quite unusual, although it's a conventional 22 by 34 map. It's an L shape. Okay, so you've got the turn record track down here, but you've got Sea of Galilee over on this side, and then you've got Damascus over at the other corner. So a bit unusual, the fact that it's this L shape. I haven't played it yet, obviously, as you'll see, because the counter's not punched, but quite interesting. Bit orangey for my liking. Not the most attractive map in the world, but I think it's probably reasonably functional. You know, I say you've got Sea of Galilee over in this end and Damascus over at the other. Now, what happened in the real battle is that the Syrians pushed the Israelis back, and then the Israelis ended up pushing the Syrians back. So, bit of a, you know, double-ended fight. Here are the counters. Now, I quite like these. There's been a little bit of talk online about how people don't find them attractive. Certainly 1 or 2 people. To be honest, I just think they're wrong. I mean, looking at these counters, they're easy to read. The text's quite nice. The main numbers are very easy to read. You know, large, white on a dark background. This text here, that describes what kind of unit it is pretty small, and in bad light is going to be difficult to read, but it's relatively unimportant. Okay, colour coded for formation. Artillery's in yellow. I don't know if you can tell that, but they've got yellow markers on them, plus they've got a splat on them as well. Double-sided counters, disrupted at the other side. Functional, you know, they're not going to win any awards, but they certainly seem okay. You've got aircraft. These are the Syrians, and these are the Israelis. So, clear, probably look okay against the map. It's not, like I say, it's not going to win any awards, but I think it's completely functional. This is the magazine. Okay, the magazine is, you know, a monthly, I think it is. I'm not sure. It's probably not monthly. It's probably like probably every 2 months. Comes with a game in it. Issue number 46. So they've been going for a while. I mean, it's not S&T territory, but it seems to have been pretty successful. I've had a few in the past. I've not had a lot of them. It's a history magazine. So, articles. Now, this month's articles, or this issue's articles, are the Golan Heights, obviously, about other games, about Israel, about the Mongol invasion of Vietnam, naval games, variant rules for another game, discussion about new combat results, etc. It's quite nice. It's full colour. You know, this is the main article about the Golan Heights themselves. Nice maps. Certainly up to the quality that you might be expecting of something like S&T, Strategy and Tactics magazine, for those who don't know. You've got information about the aircraft by J.D. Webster, who's a noted game designer for our games. You've got the rules. Now, the rules are stapled into the middle. You will have to do what you used to do in the old S&T days, which is where you'd have to open the staples up and fold them back again. But again, the rules, you know, quite a bit of colour in them. Fairly short, only I think 12 pages, something like that. Yeah, designer's notes. They look relatively simple. You've got scenario, Damascus, target Damascus scenario there. So I can't see anybody, you know, who's played a war game before having too much difficulty with this. Quite interesting. It's got ZOCs, it's got air operations, it's got artillery. Obviously it's got combat, special rules for combined arms, things like that. I quite like the look of it. In-depth book reviews from John Burt. Okay. More information about another Paul Robar game, September's Eagles. More data stuff, lots of text. I mean, it's a pretty good read. I imagine. I've not got around to reading it yet. I've not had it for very long, but there certainly looks to be quite a lot of information. I was always a massive fan of S&T. When I was young, it was my first experience of wargaming, so I've got a bit of a soft spot for magazines with games in them, because you know, you get both sides. You get the history and you get the game as well. So seems pretty good. All in all, nicely produced package. You've got a bit more fluff there, a couple of dice. You've got a counter tray so you can put your stuff in it. Yeah, all seems good to me. It's not particularly cheap in the UK, but then you are getting a full game and a magazine and the articles. So all in all, I think it's probably reasonably well done. I hope you've enjoyed looking what's inside the box, and look forward to the next one. If you like what you've seen, feel free to subscribe, and I'll try and do more of the same. If you've got any comments about this, please leave them. If there's any particular games that you'd like me to look at, please go ahead and I'll try and do my best. Thanks very much. See you on the next one. Bye.